That's a damn lie.
We're starting here, starting right now. 1, 2, 3. We breathe it in. We feel our hearts, they're pounding, rising up to feel the fire dance wild through our veins. We take a chance, no, we'll never be the same. Giving it all we got, giving it all. Giving it all we got. Climbing up to the top of the world. No fear, we're gonna make it. Everything we want is ours.
Hey guys, morning. How you doing? How you doing? Greg here on the Thai farm. Oh yeah. Where it's every day is a holiday. They're taking delivery of whatever, bunch of bags of stuff for the rice field to nourish it and kill anything that shouldn't be there. I think the guy will come later, dump those bags into the dispersing drone probably. Hey, yeah, for those of you who've been following my water saga, I yet again did some redesign. So boom, I removed my number 3 tank there that was 500 liters, extended this out here. I actually built bricks up. I raised that to that flat level because what I realized, my wife of course brought it to my attention before I could just come out and wake up and realize it, but anyway, so I had closed the evening by rearranging this and then filling up the tanks because I wanted the before I put the blocks, right, so they each have ball floats on there. So what happened was the ball float stopped here when it was lower, and the ball float stopped there, not a problem. But this 2,000 liter tank was enough volume that as the water came through, it pushed actually through here and raised the water level beyond the float, even in spite of the fact that the float was stopped for the city water. So then this overflowed, and my wife was like, so I came out and I raised it so that this is level with that. So now both the floats stop at the same time and everything's cool. However, and then this float in here, or this tank, is still experiencing overflow now. This one was fine, and then that one overflowed. And then I raised it and figured it all out. But this one just starts overflowing now. So what I'm doing now is I'm using water so I can get the water level, because the water level is up here. I'll get the water level down here below the float so that I can get in, because I didn't really look, but I think the float has three different teeth on it in terms of where it's supposed to be, and I think it's at the horizontal one, so I think I need to click down here, and we'll see if that works. But that's a minor issue. I believe once I adjust the float, I believe it'll have enough pressure to stop, because the inlet water from the city is not, I don't know what the PSI there is, but it's probably not great. But anyway, yeah, so this area is all clear. I was real happy about that. I redid this one, that one. I took out the big square, it was over here and all that, much more user friendly. And I also washed this whole area out. Can't really see it maybe too good, but this is all uneven, big chunks of slab that caved in probably 20 years ago or something. I have probably contributed to a bunch of this cement when I was working on building the shop house. So, but anyway, what I did this morning was I dug it out and washed it out real good so that this whole area going out here all the way to maybe where the tree is, come back. That'll be my next, you guessed it, dry pour. So I have the sand, I just don't have the cement, so I'll be able to cover this. I'm going to cover this whole area in sand and then go get a bag of cement, mix it all in, and then wet it up. I'm not sure if we're going to get rain because right now it's freaking blazing hot. But what I wanted to do after I finished that actually was in my project house here was I am determined today to go ahead and start removing this roof. So big thing will be the tin, and you can see the tin has been secured pretty securely through here. Oh, look at that, I didn't even notice that joint. So yeah, it's pretty secure. So I'm probably gonna have to do some hammering and some ripping. Maybe because it's rusty, it'll come out easier. Probably gonna have to wear long sleeves for that. But yeah, start ripping out the roof so I can then, after I rip out the roof, I will start cutting the connections to these guys with my grinder so I don't cut my hand off. What else, Craig? Look how green that is, man. I'm using the standard view on my camera now instead of the cinematic one, so video might look a little different. Oh, I did move, that's right, the other pump, you know, the pump for that fountain. I moved the other fountain, or I moved that fountain, I should say, out here. So I put the fountain there, I got the pipes going in here with the other pump. I did connect it with a couple extension cords to get it going, see if it would work. Oh, whoa, dude. Almost missed that guy. Looks like he's dead. Is he dead? Are you dead, bro? Oh, man. The rhinoceros. I think he might have got his butt kicked or something. We caught, or we saw 2, 3, 4 of these already, and a couple of them were battling it out, so he might have lost his life in a battle. Then the ants come and devour whatever's in the belly, leaving the carcass. But what was I saying? Anyway, yeah, so the pump didn't work, and I think it's because the intake I have going straight out horizontally, which I kind of had over here, but it was also bare. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it go, you know, down at a 90, kind of like it does for a well, because it is a well pump, and maybe it's thinking that it needs to suck straight up to get, you know, more of that valve pressure or something. But I gotta go buy glue, and I think I need another 1" 90 on that 1" elbow on that, and maybe a coupling. So it sounds like I should have a little everything store run, get some more glue and a couple pieces of PVC to get that pump squared away. It has been worn out. I've taken it apart and fixed it a couple times. It doesn't have that little cushion in there anymore. Like, it wasn't a bladder, but it probably helped or something, I don't know. But it ran fine after missing that for a year or so, and it still runs, so it should work. It worked over here after I'd wrestled with it. But anyway, more on that later. Let's get some long sleeves on and tear that roof off of there. I'll get back at you. Yeah, alrighty. So I was just testing it here, you know. I was put my claw hammer in on this, try and, you know, do that. It wasn't gonna work, and so I started to hammer it, like see if I could flatten those off without having to cut them off or whatever. and some of the tin started to fall apart. And all of a sudden, right here, I saw a big old tail drop down of a green tree snake. It was probably about like this, man. This is actually that's actually a piece of plastic, but I go, oh, don't snake. So it might be a snake on the roof, or between the, between like here, like they get up in there. So beware, Craig, there might be snakes. Anyway, let's get her done. I gotta wear my hat because I don't want all that rust falling on my head. As it is, it's probably gonna fall down my shirt, on my neck. The rust it's all gonna fall apart, I'm sure. You guys should just try and hammer it right through. Nope, that ain't moving. Whoa, but ants coming out. I think I need goggles for this one, man. I'll get some goggles. These are new, but they're also DIY stores, so they're like the cheapest pair of goggles ever. Plastic already fell out twice just walking over here. I'll probably take my glasses off. Yeah. Better than metal in the face, huh? Well, I don't know, bro. I might have to do a rethink on this one. That is nasty. Well, I figured most of these big old tin screws have been up here so long that they're all rusted out, the heads or whatever, but some of the heads I just looked at, they looked okay, so I'm gonna try and get my drill, see if I can't unscrew them. That'd be easier. We need my ladder too, I think. All right, back at you. It's another one of those tasks that, in my head I'm like, oh, it's simple enough. Rip that off, boom, boom, boom. Yeah. No. All right, all day, sweating bullets. figured out that I think I'm gonna have to fold like each section down or something to get to the next nuts, because the ones on the edge there, on the edge here, I might be able to put the ladder and get them. But out there, that's over the water. I can't reach over there. I'm gonna have to probably fold the tin down and get it. They probably put it in here when there was no water in the pond or something. Put a ladder up that way or something, or just crawled on it. I can already feel the rust dust. But invariably, I probably will have to get out the grinder and cut through the tin or something. All right, let's tear it up some. Gotta keep that fan on me, man. You know what I mean? I'm already overheating, but as I get into it, I think now there'll be a little bit of a method to the madness. This side shouldn't be a problem. I can put a ladder up here now, right in front of me on this edge. I won't have to go in there. I can just, you know, lean over and get this piece, and then here in the middle, it's just this end piece I gotta get out. So what I need to do is remove this first. So I got this out of my way. I'm gonna get there. Then once this is even, I should be able to just go ding, 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 and then just keep moving my way back. Yeah, in theory. Well, get over here. There you go. That's a wrap. Got it all out of there, man. Didn't even slice my fingers off or anything. Get on this side. See if I can get my thumbnail. No. Anyway, so yeah, from here looks kind of like it's low, you know. You know, before I'm gonna have to do something about it pretty quick, because being over here in the shade was, you know, when the roof was on. Oh, that was the bonus, right? It's this fan on. Oh my god. But now there's no shade except for the trees, so that'll be good. The trees will give me shade while I'm working on this metal. Oh my god. Gotta pick up all this stuff though. Normally it was protected from the rain, like the fan and all that. I killed my drill. Had to use my small drill. The small drill worked. I probably should use that first. But big drill was heavy. The impact drill, whatever, hammer drill. It was heavy, and then the power box would fall off the ladder and kind of yank it. And I had already repaired that the plug a couple times. And I think it probably yanked it off of the sock, or, you know, off its connection. I didn't feel like taking it apart. So I just grabbed the other drill, see if it worked. It worked fine. Get the rest of it here. Man. So. Oh, what is the next phase, Craig? I just got to disassemble all the metal. That's what I got to do. I got to grind all the welds, cut it all, because I want to save the metal, right? And save all the metal, you know, put it in. Looks like there's maybe these two long beams are 3-inch, I think. And the other cross beams, I think, are 2.5. And then the tube bars, that's 2. So I don't know, you know, I think I'm gonna, I don't know. I ain't no engineer, man. But I do know that I'm gonna raise all 4 poles. So I'm gonna get, I thought about getting the 4-inch tube steel. And then put that on top of each of these poles. You know, weld it up. But the wire that's in these poles, it's pretty thin wire, so I'm not sure how hard it would be to hold it. I could measure these posts. If these posts are, it'd be nice if these posts are smaller, square than the 4-inch, because then I could put the 4-inch over it like a sleeve and then bolt right through it, you know, up and down or something. That'd be plenty. But I think what I'm gonna have to do is take the post, and I'm gonna cut it so that it's a shelf, right? And then I can put the next one up here. Yeah. And I figure that's gonna be about another 1.5 meters maybe taller than it is now. And then I can start the A-frame in it. All right, man, well, hey. Woo! Let's see if I can get to some of these cross braces today. Right now I need to eat something. I need water, like a cottonmouth. All right, man. get back at ya. So I was just thinking in my infinite wisdom, maybe I don't need to raise the posts. So, and I maybe could cut down on the amount of welding and everything I'm going to need to do to put this roof on. So you tell me it was a good idea. So see here, so the frame is all right there, right? You got the main sidebar, and then these crossbars, and then these bars are there to support the tin, which are about the same that I would use. So, and I was thinking, wait a minute, I'm gonna measure, is it possible that I could just, let me put this down, that I could just take this span, the roof, the whole roof span, you know, like that, and lift this side all the way up, like, you know, almost vertical, and then just build a new one for this side so they meet. All right, I'm trying to look through the camera when I do this. So basically what I'm saying is that this roof, this current roof that's on here, would be one side of the roof that I make, because those I gotta lean up against something, because those, you know, if I take it like it is and I raise it like that, that might give me the height I was looking for in the first place, because I want to put a loft in there, and it'd be all welded, and the crossbars going this way are already in place for when I'm laying the new roof. Although I probably have to add more crossbars. I don't know, something about it. I saw when I went over there, and I was looking over there, and I was saying to myself, hey man, it's all finished. And I looked at it, and then I realized that, hey, maybe I could lift it. Anyway, nah, you know what? Well, I just took a piece of bamboo. That's a 197-inch span. I took a piece of bamboo that's only 145, stuck that way up there. That looks like it's going to be like, that's kind of way too high. So I think what the best course of action first would be is to build the loft part and then build the roof around that. So the idea is that this is actually, remember, this is a little bit sloped, but this is actually kind of low. So the floor of the loft should be about, well, I don't know. Well, let me see, this is the high side over here. This would be the floor of the loft. Could be the floor of the loft. I'm 6 foot. Well, there's going to be tile that's going to be there. No, I'm going to have to raise that. So the floor of the loft, and then the loft has to be a certain height, you know, to get up into it and to lay down and stuff and to sit. I'm not sure I want it. I'm not sure I want this, the loft standing height. There's not much room here, so maybe standing height is too much. It's one of those lofts where you kind of walk up a thin staircase and then just say, oh, that's my bed, and crawl into bed, you know, and you can sit up in bed, clear it, no problem, stuff like that. Anyway, then once the square walls, you know, the back and the sides of the loft is laid out, that'll give me a better idea of what of what the roof needs to be like. Yeah. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna go up on my computer and, you know, write it down, sketch it out. I'm gonna take some measurements now. I brought my tape measure to see the length of this bar. I'll probably have it overhang right now. Over here you can see it's got a little bit of an overhang. So it could be that I make it so that overhang is, you know, like I leave it there. This is the access point, so, or access point, and then, you know, the overhang just comes down this way, or it might, I don't know. All right, man. Well, I think that's probably going to be about it for today. Oh, I did accomplish a lot, and I feel like I'm kind of beat up. Might have breathed in some of that rust. Get my iron. I saw a video, I don't know if it was TikTok or what, the guy was, you know, some science guy, I don't know, more than half of what you see on TikTok and on you know, YouTube shorts and stuff, it's all just fake anyway. Bunch of liars. Anyway, so the guy said that he had cornflakes, and it said that the cornflakes had added iron, you know, as a supplement or something like that. So he ground it all up in a blender, or pounded it all up into a powder, and then ran a magnet over it to suck out the iron. That sound feasible? And he said it with 100% certainty, no hoax, like kind of stuff. But I'm gonna have to say that's a damn lie. Anyway, yeah, man. Let me give it a thank. We'll see if I can't get a drawing on it. All right, man. Well, thanks for watching, and keep watching for more progress here on the Crabby Shack Chateau. Hey, that's a new name for it. All right, man, back at you.